Good day, members of the media. Thank you for joining me. On the doorsteps and out in the community in the lead up to the 2017 general election, we repeatedly heard from the teachers, parents, and even students about the worsening conditions in some of our public schools. While others said that the teachers were being mischievous and failed to address conditions at our schools, we listened and took action. In our first 100 days, the government directed the Ministry's Office of Safety and Health to conduct an urgent review of the health and safety in all public schools to ensure that our students and teachers are learning and working in a safe environment. The Safety and Health Coordinator Office commenced the initial process of inspecting all public schools and their related facilities on 21st of August 2017. These inspections were completed on the 13th of October 2017. Following the logging and updating of the data, the report was transmitted to the Ministry of Works. Generally, all schools were deemed to be relatively safe within time and scope comparative to their operations and related practices. It was concluded that no immediate risk to the health and safety and well-being of teachers and students were posed. Schools were determined to be fit and proper for occupancy and normal use as teaching, learning, and working environments. However, all schools had challenges relating to sanitation and hygiene, maintenance and upkeeping of their buildings and related facilities. There were some schools which had some mold issues, but overall, the majority of findings concluded that no school had any issues of concern that were identified as significant enough in nature or scope to warrant closure or otherwise unsafe for occupancy and use. But there are high-risk findings. These were addressed in consultation with the Ministry of Works and the Ministry of Education Facilities Section on an urgent basis during the course of the review process. Last year, following our initial report assessment and findings, we launched a follow-up inspection process to review the corrective actions taken to address the findings previously identified. To this end, the Office of Safety and Health Coordinator, along with representatives from the Ministry of Public Works and the Ministry of Education, started the verification inspection field work on 17th September 2018 and completed the process on 17th October 2018. The generation of individual school reports commenced on the 22nd of October 2018 and were completed and circulated to the representatives of the Ministries of Public Works and Education that participated in the field work exercises. Final return submissions after review by the Ministries of Public Works and Education were returned to the Office of Safety and Health Coordinator during the week of 23rd November 2018. Immediate and significant ongoing improvements have been realized over the last year, as well as since the time the inspections commenced. Strategies that have and continue to be implemented are yielding satisfactory results arising from the reviews. Some noted examples of improvement include as follows: significant reduction in roof and ceiling leaks through roof repairs, installation of additional mechanical ventilation systems, implementation of enhanced cleaning methods by school custodians, elimination of recognized mold sources in schools, greater awareness among schools of the need to keep their facilities and general environments clean, improved interministry collaboration, cooperation, and coordination. As a matter of priority, during the timeline of receiving the original and follow-up reports, I can confirm that a concerted effort has been undertaken to ensure that every school undergoes consistent maintenance routine. This includes scheduled and timely upkeep and repair activities so that schools are being optimally cleaned and maintained in an acceptable state on a regular basis to ensure the safety, health, and well-being of our teachers and students. The government has made a clear commitment to ensuring that health, safety, and well-being of all its employees. The safety and health of our students and teachers is paramount, and we are committed to maintaining a safe learning and working environment for all our children and teachers. Lastly, to ensure transparency and openness, the health and safety inspection reports for public schools will be posted on the Ministry of Education's website so that the public can review for themselves the extensive works involved in identifying and correcting the deficiencies. Thank you very much. And I'll invite my colleague, Minister Rebane, to make a few comments.
Good morning, media. Good morning, Bermuda. Since taking office, ensuring safety within our schools is one of the top priorities of this government. All buildings in Bermuda generally have to deal with mold issues, and our schools are no exception. In addition, despite our best efforts, our school buildings are aging, with our youngest primary school being over 50 years old. We are at the stage where rebuilding is needed, and this is the direction we must seriously begin to look at in the near future. I am grateful for the work done by the Cabinet Office, Minister Brown, and the Health and Safety Officer in providing these comprehensive reports that have helped our facilities team and guided our efforts to maintain our buildings. We maintain regular checks to monitor building health and are proactive when it comes to treating issues found, working alongside the Ministry of Public Works. When any problems are properly reported, they are electronically logged, categorized, and resources assigned as soon as possible. We will continue to monitor and carry out repairs as needed in order to maintain safe and healthy buildings for our students, teachers, and administrators. This report was an invaluable tool in this regard. Thank you.
Morning, Ministers.
Good morning.
Mine is directed more so to Mr. Rebane. You know the mold issue's been coming up from time to time. You go straight into it and you say aging buildings and rebuilding is needed.
Mm-hmm.
You identified this, and so are you saying there is now going to be plans to rebuild certain schools?
What I'm saying is we need to understand and recognize that our school buildings were built for a purpose over 50 years ago. As I said, the youngest one is about 56 years old. And so we need to start having a serious discussion around the fact that our schools are not built for the purpose that we're using them for now, and that we need to come to a conclusion on how we can rebuild our infrastructure.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
A couple of questions. I'm happy to whoever they feel more appropriate. Started off by talking about the health and safety inspections that were done between August 21st and October 13th, 2017. That was in line with the 100-day platform pledge. The findings of those, the report that's done on that, is that now accessible to the public?
Yes, they will be accessible as well.
Okay. When as? I was looking for it earlier today and couldn't find it.
It will be available today.
Okay, okay. A couple of things based on that. Obviously, it was identified as a priority in doing these inspections within the first 100 days. What is the reason behind, I mean, from when these inspections were finished till today, it's about 18 months. What is the reason for the delay in releasing the findings of these reports?
Well, the first report was done in 2017, and there was a requirement that there be a follow-up. So the follow-up took place in 2018, in October of 2018. And from October 2018 to now, we've had to process the actual reports and then get them ready for release. And it's just been a little bit of a time gap in between, but it's been a couple of months.
So to clarify, subsequent reports were done to the ones conducted in 2017.
That's correct.
Before the ones in 2017 have been released.
Correct. That is correct.
Is there any reasoning behind that?
Yeah, it was just designed to do a follow-up on the actual recommendations that were made from the 2017 reports to today.
Just like the fact that those recommendations in the 2017 report weren't made public.
Correct.
Wanted to touch on some stuff that came up. Minister, you said that there were some high-risk findings in the report. I'm wondering if you can tell me a little bit more about what those were.
Well, it's all contained in the comprehensive report that's released today. But the main high-risk finding would be the mold issue in certain schools that has been addressed by Public Works.
Okay, can you tell me how many schools are we talking? What kind of prevalence of mold? Is this the kind of mold that's simply like in your kitchen that can be cleaned off? Is this some of the more toxic varieties of mold?
It's a mold that can be cleaned up because Public Works has been working very hard to address the issues. So they've been working very hard to deal with the mold in the schools.
Any other, in addition to the mold, were any other things classified as high-risk findings?
I think that's essentially it's the mold that was the highest risk of findings.
Okay. I think that's what I wanted to go over from Jim. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Dennis, did you have any questions at all for analysts? No? Okay, right. Members of the media, thank you so much for joining us this morning. That concludes this morning's press.